Financial opportunity for physicians and health practitioners. This video is an English adaptation by a workshop led by Dr. Angel Sanchez, originally from Mexico, who currently resides in the United States. This presentation presents a financial opportunity for medical doctors that is changing the lives of thousands of doctors around the world. In this picture, we see Dr. Angel Sanchez, who is the person who created this workshop. Before starting the presentation, Dr. Angel Sanchez offers a reflection about what the current situation of many doctors around the world is. The profession of physician requires more years of study than most professions. Yet, the salary doesn't often represent the amount of study required to be a professional in this sector. If a doctor wants to earn a higher income, they need to specialize in more areas. And today, the income that doctors make is not the same as the one before. As we know, one earns less today. So, is it reasonable to not be compensated fairly for all the work we do as doctors? This is a question that Dr. Angel Sanchez is asking. If a doctor wants to earn more money, they need to take on many shifts, which means that we are exchanging time for money. And yet, there is a limit on how much we can work because the day doesn't have more than 24 hours, and we need to sleep and eat at some point. Most doctors make a living under a linear income. For example, when we see a client, we are exchanging time for money. If we want to achieve financial freedom, which means that we have the financial resources for the quality of life we want to have, a linear income will never let us get there. It's important that we ask ourselves, what will I live on when I can no longer work? Dr. Angel Sanchez asked himself this question at the age of 52. He was self-employed and he started thinking about his future and where his income was going to come from. And then he got worried because he didn't know any opportunities that would allow him to be financially free. And I ask you this question. Consider yourself, where would you make a living, or how would you make a living when you can no longer work, when you want to retire? Dr. Angel Sanchez looked for options for 3 years, and at the age of 55, he found it with For Life. And this is the opportunity that you will be hearing today. Dr. Sanchez tells us that a large portion of doctors and medical assistants who work for institutions have to work for over 30 years to be able to retire, often putting aside important life events only because we have to work. And yet, when retirement comes, most people do not have a supportive income for the quality of life they desire to have, and have no choice but to keep working. With these reflections in mind, Dr. Sanchez knew he would never be financially free with a linear income. And after several years of research, he came to the conclusion that he would need to make a higher income in a different profession, and he found out that he could be an entrepreneur. At the same time, he could continue working as a doctor. For Life's option was enticing to him because he could become an entrepreneur without leaving his passion for medicine and profession as a medical doctor. The opportunity presented today deals with merchandising a product in the medical area of transfer factor medicine. Dr. Sanchez was attracted by the idea of a product that everybody needed, which used the latest advancements in science, and that required a minimal investment. This is how Dr. Angel Sanchez takes on the adventure of becoming an entrepreneur to live financially free with the option that For Life Research offered him. This is the same opportunity that we have for you today. So what is the option to be financially free? You can become an entrepreneur in the field of medicine. You can work smart by taking time to generate a residual income. You can recommend a nutraceutical supplement made under bio-nanotechnology that 100% of the population can use. This nutraceutical supplement is backed up by science, requires a minimum investment, and income is only limited by creativity invested. And you will see how. 4Dive Research is a scientific laboratory that produces natural supplements with transfer factors. The lab was founded in 1998 by David and Bianca Lizondi, and the headquarters are in Utah, in the United States. The lab focuses on research and development in the area of wellness, health, and immunology. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the United States. The factory is FDA approved, and its products are included in the Physician's Reference Desk in the United States. The products can be found in more than 120 countries, and there are tons of products being bought every day. The interesting fact about this company is that they invest $0 in marketing, and yet they have been growing by more than 150% in its more than 20 years. So how do products get promoted with no marketing? Through distributors around the world who sign up to recommend the products. And many doctors around the world have changed their lives with this opportunity. So transfer factors. Let me talk a little more about this so you have an idea of what this opportunity is for you. In 1849, Dr. Sherwood Lawrence discovered an immune reaction that transferred through the injection of leukocyte extracts, a discovery he called transfer factors. From that date onward, there have been hundreds of scientific research publications, and there have been 12 international congresses, where it has been proven that transfer factors induce and modulate the immune system, correct the immune system when it is deficient, regulate the work of the immune system when it is hyperactive, for example, in the case of allergies or a reactive system. They promote wellness through the cell-mediated immunity. They regulate the function of T cells, support suppressors and cytotoxic, regulate the function of natural killer cells, also known as NK cells, and macrophages, improve the production of antibodies, give immune memory, are compatible between all the species of mammals and birds, are molecules of universal donation. What do transfer factors do and how do they act? This conference is not about health per se, but about how to commercialize these products and get an income out of it. For that, it's important to understand what transfer factors do and how they act. So let's start with how transfer factors are formed. They are formed by three fractions. We have inductor fractions, specific antigen fractions, and suppressor fractions. Let's briefly explain what inductor fractions are. They alert the immune system about the presence of pathogens or abnormal strange cells. They activate the different defense areas such as natural killer cells, macrophages, interferon, interleukin, MAC cells, and cytotoxic T cells. With transfer factors, we have the great advantage to put the immune system to work properly. The specific antigen fractions are much better known all around the world. They provide information to the immune system about large amounts of pathogens and the specific keys for their destruction through the different attack zones, especially antibodies. These products are obtained from cow colostrum and chicken yolk. Take a moment to think about where cows and chickens live. Their environment contains a great number of pathogens and contamination. So these farm animals have evolved to have immune systems that can live in these contaminated conditions. Their immune system has information to defend themselves from any germ that may enter their bodies. And that's how we are able to obtain transfer factors in our bodies. I'll explain more about other ways to obtain transfer factors in our bodies in a few seconds. Lastly, we have suppressor fractions. They induce a regulation of the anomalous or hyperactive functions from the immune system, preventing certain antibodies from attacking tissue. And because of this, it's a great support for autoimmune health conditions and allergies. So far, it's not understood how this regulation takes place. We only know that it happens through scientific observation. Sources from transfer factors. Where do we extract them from? They get extracted from leukocyte extracts, human colostrum, cow colostrum, fertilized chicken egg. It's important to remember that the immune system of newborn humans and animals is programmed with the transfer factors that come from the mother through colostrum. This is the most natural way to give information to a newborn. It's known that newborns who don't receive colostrum when they are babies are likely to have health problems later in life. Looking from a biochemistry lens, the transfer factor molecules from a human colostrum are the same ones from the cow colostrum and fertilized chicken egg yolk. And we have the advantage that they are easily digested. We can easily consume them via oral route. Transfer factors are extracted and purified through a process of high bio-nanotechnology, of which 4Life has the exclusive patent, whose process obtains the pure nanomolecules, making the product completely harmless. There haven't been any reported cases of people getting affected by transfer factors. Transfer factors. They are a natural endogenous immune modulator, are highly effective. They increase the immune response from NK cells up to 437%. And I want to ask you this question. Do you know any other product that increases your immune system up to this level? You will find out that there are not any other products in the market that can boost your immune system up to 437%. Transfer factors possess a wide action spectrum. If we correct the immune system, there can be side effects. Yet, if we fix the root problem, then the problem is gone. Transfer factors are administered via oral route, are effective for any age, having used as an adjuvant treatment in multiple pathologies, and Russia is an example of this. Don't have bad interactions with medications, are used as prescribed medication and in hospitals in many countries, are a leader product at the global level in preventive medicine. There haven't been any reported cases of side effects. There are hundreds of studies that demonstrate their effectiveness. If we could give transfer factors to everybody in the population, we would reduce health problems at a larger scale considerably. And having a healthy population is the dream of every doctor. So if you are a doctor, pay attention to what is coming ahead. Dr. Angel Sanchez has been working with transfer factors for 13 years, since 2005. In those years, there are thousands of medical pathologies that he has seen healing. These products are not to be replaced. They are not to replace the current treatment, but to add to the treatment. The results will be more holistic and will address the root cause of the problem. Dr. Sanchez encourages us to search through the National Medical Library and research all the scientific work done on transfer factors. You can find all the information you need on transfer factors online. Now, this workshop was created to talk about a new financial option through transfer factors, through commerce. How do we do it? We prescribe them. You keep doing what you have always done, as a doctor, as a physician, and the only thing that changes is that you prescribe a product that not only helps the patients, but also gives you a residual income. The next part of the conference is about the industry of network marketing. All you have to do in this project is recommend the products and prescribe them. That's how we do the business. That's simple. This company, 4Life, is a global leader in the industry of network marketing. The founders, David and Bianca Lisenby, had enough scientific evidence that transfer factor could be registered as a medication. But they decided to break down that scheme and decided to register it as a nutritional supplement. They wanted to give people the opportunity to generate an income from this growing industry, and where doctors could be benefited as well. With pharmaceutical labs, doctors earn a minimal income from prescribing medications. 4Life wanted to change that. When we commercialize transfer factors, we get a higher income. Let's give an example with Rio Vida, a powerful antioxidant or transfer factor plus, as we see in the image. When you prescribe either of them, each one is worth 50 life points, which is the point system used by 4Life across countries, because every country has a different currency. Life points is universal. So when you prescribe either of them, you earn $12.50. This is American dollars. And this is because you get 25% of the life points that your consumers consume, your clients. If you recommend or prescribe 2 bottles of Rio Vida, you get a commission of $25. Do you see that you can get a higher income with this model? You can compare with how much you would earn with a traditional, conventional pharmaceutical. So this is the proposal that we have. Prescribe 1 bottle of transfer factors, specifically transfer factor plus a day or Rio Vida, and the monthly income is going to be $225. There are lots and lots of patients that need them. Remember that transfer factors can be used by anybody because they don't have side effects and they boost your immune system. You are doing the same thing you've always done, which is prescribe. The only change that we do is that we change the product we recommend. How much do you get from a different laboratory? 4Life gives us real money in the form of commissions. Now, if we recommended 2 bottles a day, our monthly commission is $475, as we see in the image. There are places where doctors prescribe more than 5 bottles a day. This is just an extra from your salary as a physician. Do you see it worthy? You are not selling. You are just prescribing. This is a great extra income, but this is not financial freedom yet. Other methods exist that compensate associates who participate in the distribution of pharmaceuticals. With the same auto-consumption of 100 life points, you can initiate a distribution network and have the opportunity to generate a residual income equals to 2 transfer factor plus or Rio Vida bottles a month. And Dr. Sanchez tells us that he personally consumes 2 bottles of Rio Vida a month. Everybody should correct their immune system to have a better quality of life, don't you think? Now, you will learn about the compensation plan to be financially free. It took 8 years for Dr. Sanchez to develop this plan that we are presenting to you today. He shared this plan with many doctors. A few believed in him, and those who did believe today live a better and higher lifestyle than before. Also, for him, it took him time to believe in this opportunity. But once he was convinced, because he tried the product with his patients, he embraced this opportunity. He encourages us to track the change in our patients. That's how you can tell how effective the product is. Be curious. Ask when one of your patients is trying the product, ask them what is the progress in their situation, and document everything. In general, it takes 2 months for patients to feel better from their condition, so you can track their progress. And with that, you will be able to tell across a scale of patients how fast the product is acting in them. This financial opportunity is to present this project to other doctors. This is how you earn a residual income, which gives you the opportunity to be financially free at some point. You can bring 6 doctors under you. So how do you earn money? When the 6 doctors you've brought prescribe 1 bottle a day, they earn $225 a month. And you earn $120 from them, plus $225 from your own prescriptions. As we see in the image, we have level 0, which is you, and we have level 1, which is your first 6 physicians doctor friends that you've brought. And each one is selling 20 bottles a month. Now, when each of those 6 doctors bring other 6 doctors, and they prescribe 1 bottle a day, we earn $2,220 from our second level, plus $120 from the first level, and $225 from our own 0 level, which is us, as we see in the image. So we have levels 0, 1, and 2. This is an extra income of more than $2,500 in addition to your salary. Would this be good for your lifestyle and your family? Are you able to earn this much with the pharmaceutical that you currently use when you prescribe them? After 3 months, the network continues to grow because more doctors will become interested in the financial opportunity and the results of the products. Those 36 doctors would be taught to bring 6 doctors to the organization. And keep in mind that probably the network has become global by this point. So we see that in the image. If they prescribe 1 bottle a day only, just 1, you would get $24,408 from only your 3rd level. Remember that every amount from level 0, 1, 2, and 3 gets added, and there is no limit. You can have levels 4, 5, 6, 7. There is no limit to how many levels you can have. The problem of today is not with this model. The problem is that many doctors don't believe that this model is possible. And when they don't believe this is possible, they don't follow the model. Those who didn't believe at first, but tried it anyway, like Dr. Angel Sanchez, are extremely successful today. And you can be successful too by giving this a try. Any doctor that takes on the opportunity to try them will see their efficiency and how the product can change the life of a patient. This model proposes an ethical medical practice that not only changes the life of patients, but also the quality of life of doctors. Remember that these products are included in the physician's reference desk in the United States, so you can take a look at them over there. We can also do this calculation, the one that we have in the image, with 40 or 60% of growth. Instead of having 258 doctors in your organization, you could have 800 and still make a significant income that would make you live a much more comfortable lifestyle. Dr. Sanchez hopes you take on this opportunity that has changed his life and has changed the lives of thousands of doctors around the world. Where do people get the product prescriptions from for life? Give your patient the prescription, where you write your For Life ID number, and send your patient to the authorized For Life center in the country you are at. In many countries, one can order the product online, so the doctor simply needs to share their personal For Life link with the patient. When you register, the person who invited you gives you a link for you to have your personalized For Life ID number. Another way is to give your For Life ID number as well as a For Life phone number in the country you are at to your patient, so they can order the product by phone. The company will send the products directly to the patient's home. Another option for doctors who don't have or who don't want to make patients buy the product somewhere else is to buy the product in large quantities. Each will be cheaper, which will make you generate an additional income. You can sell the product to your patient at the same price you bought it for. Then, if the patient checks the prices from the company online, they will see that you are not making a profit from the product itself because you are already earning commissions for recommending the products. We are sure that participating in the distribution of For Life products on a constant basis can provide you with a good extra income and or financial freedom. This is what thousands of people around the world are already living today. You can have a more ethical medical practice and at the same time earn an additional income. And this opportunity is not limited to doctors. In fact, There are thousands of people around the world doing this opportunity without being doctors. And you can also join on that opportunity. You can change your quality of life. You can find out information about transfer factors for life and this economic opportunity online. I'm listing below my contact information for further questions and information.